The NBA has no shortage of beef between players. Intense rivalries and explosive altercations within the league have led us to where we are right now. From Kyrie Irving and Dion Waiters refusing to play together, to Tony Parker sleeping with Brent Barry's wife, these are NBA teammates that have the most insane beef. Kyrie Irving and Dion Waiters.
I mean, I'm okay with learning from my mistakes last year, all the things I did well and all the things I did kind of terrible at the time. I mean, like I said, I am a young guy still figuring it out.
Kyrie Irving and Dion Waiters were teammates on the Cleveland Cavaliers during the 2013-2014 season. The relationship during their lone season together with the Cleveland Cavaliers was filled with tension and frustration. Waiters, who was in his second year in the league, struggled to adjust to the NBA game and often clashed with his teammates and coaching staff. Irving, who was the Cavaliers' star player at the time, became increasingly frustrated with the Waiters' lack of effort and commitment to the team. This reportedly led to several heated exchanges between the two players, both on and off the court. Despite attempts by the coaching staff and front office to mediate the situation, the tension between Irving and Waiters continued to mount. The situation came to a head in a game against the Phoenix Suns, where Waiters reportedly refused to pass the ball to Irving, even when he was open.
He took a lot of pressure on me. He took a lot of pressure on me, so I'm not the main focus anymore. So at the end of the day, we just showing everybody that we can make it work.
The incident led to a heated exchange between the two players on the bench, which was caught on camera and quickly went viral. After the incident, Waiters was benched for several games, and rumors began to circulate that he would be traded. In January 2015, Waiters was indeed traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder in a three-team deal that also involved the New York Knicks. Despite their rocky relationship, both Irving and Waiters have since moved on and had successful careers in the NBA. Waiters, who struggled with consistency and off-court issues, has played for several teams since leaving the Cavaliers, including the Miami Heat and the Los Angeles Lakers. Irving, who won an NBA championship with the Cavaliers in 2016, has played for the Boston Celtics and the Brooklyn Nets. It's probably for the best that the two were separated, but it's pretty disappointing to see them unable to bury the hatchet, if not for themselves, then for the rest of the team.
Everybody's cool. We hangs out together. We haven't really done that. We go out to eat, things like that. Just the little things, to build that relationship and that chemistry off the court.
Magic Johnson and Maurice Lucas. Magic Johnson and Maurice Lucas were teammates on the Los Angeles Lakers during the 1986-1987 season. The relationship during their lone season together on the Los Angeles Lakers was filled with tension and conflict. Lucas, who was known for his tough and physical playing style, often clashed with his teammates and coaches over his aggressive on-court demeanor. Johnson, who was the Lakers' star player and team captain, became increasingly frustrated with Lucas's unwillingness to conform to the team's playing style and strategy. Lucas reportedly had a habit of taking shots outside of the team's offensive scheme, which led to several turnovers and missed opportunities for the team. The tension between Johnson and Lucas reached a boiling point during a game against the Seattle Supersonics. Lucas reportedly got into a physical altercation with Sonics center Alton Lister, which led to a bench-clearing brawl. Johnson, who was trying to break up the fight, reportedly got into a heated exchange with Lucas, calling him out for his behavior on the court.
Well, our trainer has, and he said he's with us. I know his spirit is with us and everything. I just hope he's doing all right.
Despite attempts by the coaching staff to mediate the situation, the tension between Johnson and Lucas continued to mount. In February 1987, Lucas was traded to the Phoenix Suns in a three-team deal that also involved the Seattle Supersonics. After leaving the Lakers, Lucas continued to play in the NBA for several more years before retiring in 1990. He later worked as an assistant coach for several NBA teams, including the Portland Trail Blazers and the Memphis Grizzlies. Johnson, for his part, went on to win 5 NBA championships with the Lakers and is widely regarded as one of the greatest basketball players of all time. It's too bad Lucas couldn't fall in line with the rest of the team. He might have been able to add a few more championship wins to his name.
I mean, it's unreal. Right now, we're just, thinking about it. It's happened so fast.
Gilbert Arenas and Javaris Crittenton. Gilbert Arenas and Javaris Crittenton were teammates on the Washington Wizards during the 2009-2010 season. The locker room altercation between Arenas and Crittenton was a shocking and troubling incident that drew widespread media attention. The incident reportedly began when Arenas and Crittenton got into a heated argument over a card game on a team flight. The argument spilled over into the locker room, where both players reportedly drew guns on each other. While the incident was initially dismissed just as a prank, it soon became clear that it was a serious matter, and the NBA launched an investigation. Both Arenas and Crittenton were suspended for the rest of the season. Arenas received a longer suspension due to his involvement in bringing guns into the locker room. The incident also led to criminal charges against both players. Arenas pled guilty to misdemeanor gun charges and received probation and community service. The fallout from the incident had a lasting impact on both players' careers. Arenas, who was once one of the league's top scorers, never fully regained his form after the incident and struggled with injuries and off-court issues. He played for several teams after leaving the Wizards, including the Orlando Magic and the Memphis Grizzlies, but was never able to recapture his former glory. Crittenton, who was a young player at the time of the incident, had his promising career cut short by the fallout from the incident. He played for several teams after leaving the Wizards, including the Charlotte Bobcats and the Los Angeles Lakers, but was never able to establish himself as a consistent contributor in the NBA. In 2011, Crittenton was charged with murder in connection with a drive-by shooting in Atlanta and was eventually sentenced to 23 years in prison. Tony Parker and Brent Barry. The fallout from Tony Parker's affair with Brent Barry's wife during the 2009-2010 NBA season was a shocking and highly publicized scandal that sent shockwaves throughout the sports world. The affair reportedly began when Parker and Barry's wife struck up a friendship while Parker was going through a rough patch in his marriage. The situation soon escalated. Parker and Barry's wife began a full-blown affair that lasted several months. The affair eventually came to light when Barry's wife filed for divorce, citing infidelity as the reason for the breakdown of their marriage. The news of the affair quickly spread throughout the NBA community, and Parker's reputation took a major hit. The scandal had a lasting impact on both Parker and Barry's careers. Parker, who was one of the NBA's top point guards at the time, was forced to endure intense scrutiny from the media and fans. He was also criticized by his teammates, including Barry, who reportedly confronted him about the affair. Barry, who was a respected veteran in the NBA, was also deeply affected by the scandal. He and his wife, who had been married for 10 years, eventually divorced, and the situation took a toll on his personal and professional life. He retired from the NBA shortly after the scandal broke and has largely stayed out of the public eye since then. It's honestly pretty heartbreaking to hear. The Parker-Barry affair is a cautionary tale for married men, as it highlights the devastating consequences that can result from infidelity. The scandal serves as a stark reminder that even professional athletes, who are often idolized and put on a pedestal, are not immune to the consequences of their actions and can make mistakes just like the rest of us. From Tony Parker sleeping with Brent Barry's wife to Kyrie Irving and Dion Waiters refusing to play together, those were NBA teammates that have the most insane beef. While it's never pleasant to see teammates at odds with each other, it's a reminder that even the best of us can have disagreements, and that sometimes it's better to put aside our differences for the sake of the team.